Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sport Horizon YouTube channel. I'm Jay, one of the data tutors, and in today's Power BI for Sport tutorial I'm going to teach you how to delete any unwanted columns to help sort out your dataset in Power BI. Have you ever faced a challenge whereby, let's say you have a dataset which includes loads of different columns, but you only want to keep a select few? Well, within this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. So I'm going to jump straight into the tutorial now. The very first thing you want to do is you want to have Power BI set up and you want to have your data already loaded in. And the very first thing I want you to do is that I want you to have a clear understanding of the visualization or dashboard that you want to create. Well, you might be sat there thinking, well, that's obvious, isn't it? But when you're keeping and removing columns, it's really important to know the columns that you want to keep and the columns that are most important to your dashboard visualization. So what I would advise that you do is, firstly, is to go to the right hand side of the screen here and click on this small arrow here. Here you should have a nice neat list of all the columns within your dataset. It's always best to sort of drag this out to ensure you can see the full length name of the columns. And I want you to get a piece of paper or a whiteboard or even the notes app in your phone and note down the names of all the columns that you want to keep. And I'm telling you to do this because it's going to make the next few steps a lot easier. So once you've done this, we can then move on to those next few steps, which is to jump into the Power Query editor. So to do this, you want to go into the Home tab at the top here and click on Transform Data. Sometimes the Power Query editor does take a bit of time to load, so do bear with. And once you're in the Power Query editor, you should be able to see your dataset itself. So if you just drag along this bar here, you should be able to see all of your columns. To actually know the number of columns and rows within your dataset, you can go to the bottom left hand side of the screen here and you should be able to see the number of columns and the number of rows as well. So now let's get into actually deleting the columns itself. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to sort of position the columns that you want to keep to a specific area of the dataset where you can easily distinguish which columns you want to keep and which columns you want to delete. So the trick to doing that is, firstly, I would go to choose columns and I'd go to go to column. And here you would look at your list of metrics or your list of columns that you want to keep. And so within my example, I want to firstly keep player full name. So if you just type that in and you just click on the name itself and you click OK, that is going to shoot you straight over to that column. And after you've done this, what you want to do is you want to go into transform and you want to click on to move here, and specifically this little arrow, and you want to select to beginning. And we're doing this so we can put all the columns that we want to keep at the beginning of the dataset itself. So I'm going to continue to do that with all the other columns that I want to keep as well. So I'm going to go back into home, go back into choose columns, go to column. And here I want to get total distance. So I'm going to type in total distance. This comes up, going to select this, click OK. It's good to see this is a lot farther down the data set, so it will save you a lot of time instead of you just scrolling. So after that, we're going to go into transform, go into move, click on this small arrow here, go to beginning, and that puts it to the beginning as well. So I'm going to continue to do this. We have 2 more metrics left. So I'm going to go back into home to choose columns, go to column. And here I'm going to go for sprint distance. I'm going to click on sprint distance, going to click OK. And that shoots me straight over to sprint distance. Again, going to transform, move, click on the small drop down arrow, and then select to beginning. And the very final one, we're going to go to home again, going to go to choose columns, go to column. And here I'm going to select sprint. I'm going to click OK. And just like that, sprint has now been selected. And then I'm going to transform, to move again and select to beginning. And that has pushed sprints to the beginning as well. And now I'm in a position whereby it's really easy to see which columns I want to keep. So it's these four. It's sprints, sprint distance, total distance, and player full name. So I want to delete the rest of the columns. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select sprint. I'm going to hold Control, and I'm going to select the other columns that I want to keep. And I'm then just going to right click on one of the columns, and I'm going to select remove other columns. So what this does is it removes all the other columns that haven't been selected. So I'm going to select that, and just like that, all the columns that I want to keep have now been selected and kept within the data set itself. So now I can just hop out the Power Query editor here by clicking close and apply. This does take a bit of time to load as well, so do bear with. And as you can see, only those columns that I chose appear here. I really hope you found today's tutorial useful. If you have, please click the like button and click subscribe too. Definitely check out our website as well. Link to that would be in the description down below. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.